Oh, I'm live. Hello. um, it's too hot, right, to put a cap on. Um, I know my hair's a mess, but it's like the way it's going to be for the next few days, I reckon. I was, I'm actually, as well as you can tell by the uh name of this video, this is all about me 7 days sober. And it's quite a big achievement for me, I guess, because I've had this love hate relationship with alcohol for a long, long time, and and I made the decision last week to completely and utterly quit. So that's go completely dry. Now I'd been cutting down a little bit. I got Bronwyn, my alcohol counsellor, and I've been cutting down a little bit, and then I just like having like a couple of days off in between, Um, and I suggested to her the fact that I wanted to just completely stop it altogether, and she kind of warned against it. She said keep cans of lager in the house just in case you're clucking. Just have a couple of cans a night or something like that. She was saying. I think I said this last night or the night before, but no, I didn't want to do that. And if you've been following these overly long videos, you'll know that I mentioned that I had the spasms in my I'd say my hands, but it was literally my entire arms and everything. I've almost finished the Lego model anyway, but they stopped about 3 days ago. On the 3 days ago in the morning, I still had a little bit of a judder, but by afternoon that had all gone. What was interesting was I was looking up on here. I'm not gonna pull it up. On Wikipedia about uh, alcohol withdrawal syndrome. Now, obviously, I got the shakes a bit. I'm shaking like a shitting dog, as they say. No, I wasn't. It was just it was literally just when I was trying to build a Lego model. Um, but I did notice on there something else which I found quite interesting. Now, for the last week, I've noticed that I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I've noticed that my blood sugar levels have been lower than I would have liked. Um, and in so much as like this morning when I woke up and I checked my blood sugar with my little meter that I've got on my arm, and it said that I'd been running in the red, which is like really low, probably for about 4 or 5 hours. And what I saw on there was on Wikipedia, that particular link, was the fact that uh, low blood sugars are one of the symptoms of uh, coming off alcohol. So I suppose I should have researched that a little bit better. But now I know about it. It's okay. But my shopping turned up today, and I've got like how many? What's 3 6s? 18. I've got 18 bottles of Lucasade, so it's all good. um, I'm drinking 7 Up at the moment, and I'd ordered 24 cans of 7 Up. They come in big slabs, and 2 slabs of Pepsi Max. So like that would have been 48 cans. And as the guy's getting this first slab at the back of the valley, I got it delivered by Tesco's. I I saw one of the cans just fall out of the pack and landed on the ground, and I heard him go shit. And then he walked around to the cab of his truck, and he was there for like a minute or two, and then when he eventually brought them up, he said, um, I, you have these for free because I dropped one." And excuse me, I'm thinking, bloody hell, it's a bit. Look, I said it don't matter because the can was just a bit bent. Oh, excuse me. Um, so yeah, that was a little bonus. I think they're about £8, I think. So I got £8 back coming back. Um, I sold my mum's wheelchair today. I got £30 for that. I'm not sure I was supposed to sell it, but you know what? um, this morning I went to St Albans. It only took just over an hour to get there. Uh, and it was boiling. Well, I mean, when I'm doing these little tours, because I've got nobody to go with, it's like kind of very lonely sort of thing, and it gives can give your mind too much time to think. Um, but I just love cathedrals. I they always kind of stir up an emotion in me. But I managed to secure one of the benches just away from the west front of the cathedral. That's the main entrance. Um, it's the main entrance on any cathedral. There's always a west front. It's because the altars are at the east, and it always points to the east. Like anyway, you didn't need to know that. So I was sitting on a bench and I was reading the Three Musketeers. I was there for about an hour and a half just reading, um, and then I went for a walk around the other side of the cathedral, took a few more photos, and but I used to take my camera, but it's like a bloody great thing, and my phone just takes decent photos anyway. It's not like I'm you know a professional photographer or anything. Um, but yeah, coming back to the whole alcohol thing. Um, I'm I'm looking forward to speaking to Bronwyn on Wednesday because she rings up every Wednesday. She used to ring up a bit more often, but then when I'd already agreed what sort of plan I wanted in place and that, and although I did change it last week, um, I'm looking forward to telling you that yes, I did have some mild. I'd call them mild side effects, but everything's good, and I'm not craving alcohol. And if you've been watching any of these videos, particularly the ones over the last 7 days, you'll know that my mood's been like up and down and up and down. I've had like a few trials and tribulations, and and I, I'm sending my car back because I can't afford it. So all these things are like bringing me down, and when I was drinking alcohol, this so hear me out. When I was drinking alcohol, if during the day when I wasn't drinking alcohol, if something bad had happened, I'd think, "Fuck it." As soon as it comes around to like 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm going to get straight on it, and and that's not what I'm thinking now. When bad things happen, it, they upset me, they hurt me, and and I feel a bit down, but I'm just able to cope, and that's a significant thing because I'm I'm not noticing any real bad symptoms from the borderline personality disorder thing. So so that's got to be positive. It's positive for me anyway. I can't speak about the bipolar because at the moment I'm sort of in the middle, so I'm not either manic or depressed. And yeah, I mean I, I I still know that I can flip my mood around, but it's not the same. It's nowhere near the same as it was before. Um, it used to be m- it used to be quite significant the way that my mood could change and how I could either become really upset or really angry or both. So yeah, I mean I've been doing you're not supposed to do it to yourself. But I've been doing a bit of CBT on myself, just little exercises and that. I think up triggers and all of that kind of stuff. Um, and maybe that's helping as well. But I think the significant thing is the alcohol consumption being cut out completely. That is helping. And I mean, I've got friends and family are like supporting me and everything. And like some will say that they're proud of me, and some will be worried that I'm gonna go back to drinking. Um, I mean, I know that I'm not. Um, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being in a place again where I need to have a drink. And I think the best. Somebody said this to me when I mentioned about uh, alcohol, because I said that I was just like cutting down on it, just so as I could like one night a week go out on the piss or something. And they said like it's probably better if you don't drink at all. And I let that sit in my head for a while, and I thought that is actually true because you know it's it's very easy when you've had 2 pints to get back in that thing, because the thing with having 2 pints is, if that's all you intended to have, if that's all I intended to have when I went out, so I used to go to the Conservative Club before the lockdown and do a bit of reading or a bit of writing or something, and I'd just have 2 pints because that's all I could have because I was driving. So I'd have 2 pints and then I'd have like a Coke, and so I would have been there about 3 hours. Make a pint last an hour, but that's all well and good. But it's very easy to get for something to kind of get on your tits or piss you off or something like that. It could be anything, a shitty email from somebody, somebody ringing up and asking for money, like anything. And I'd have like a couple of pints inside me, and I'd think fucking wankers, and then I'd go back to the bar and get another pint, and then another pint, and then another pint, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And so I this is I know that I've done the Go Sober for October before, but I can't remember. Uh, much about those times. It was about 3 years ago, and I don't know if probably no, it's probably about 5 years ago the last time I did that, and so I can't compare this 1 week of sobriety with doing a month back then, but I do know by the end of that month I was like gagging for a pint. So that's going to be the next kind of big step. If after 4 weeks, or well, let's say after a month, I started in the middle of a month though. So, but if as I'm coming towards the end of that month, if I'm gagging for a pint, then I know there's something really bad. And because Bronwyn, my alcohol counsellor, said about then give you drugs to combat the cravings, but I'd rather not take. I'd rather not replace one drug with another drug. I'm taking enough fucking meds as it is. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself, and the way that I'm feeling, the positive mental attitude and everything, in spite of a whole load of shit happening over the last few days, the fact that I was still able over the last few days to manage to smile and everything. When I was doing these videos, I was also smiling when I was by myself as well. But yeah, on these videos, I've been smiling. Oh, what's happened to that? So I just want to make sure I'm still on air. I love talking about myself. Yeah, I feel really good. I feel really good. Things are going to change quite a bit for me once the lockdown's over. For one thing, I'm losing my car. So if I want to go anywhere, it's got to be by bus or train. I'm not too bothered about that. I don't really go many places anyway. And I've had a good old laugh in that car, and I'll save up and get a second-hand one. I've got a bit of cash saved up anyway. So yeah, that's going to be different. So all this stuff that I've been doing, like visiting cathedrals and visiting different seaside places and everything, places I've never been, and all of that. I'm not going to be able to do it so easily, but I can get a train. Let's say I want to go to Durham, I can get a train to Durham, and you know what? I wouldn't mind going to Edinburgh as well. So I can get a train up to Durham, stay there for a couple of days, and get the train up to Edinburgh, stay there a couple of days, and then come back. So it's all still doable. I can still get out and about when I need to. But the biggest change for me is going to be the stuff that I used to do. Like I'd go to a pub to write. I used to go to the library to write, but I can get to the central library in Peterborough, but I can't get to any other ones. And I'm not really overly keen on the central one. It's just full of weirdos. I shouldn't say that. When I say weirdos, I mean, so it's gonna be very different, very different. And I think I said a couple of nights ago, I'm I'm still struggling to write. That's still like an issue. Mainly because my mind's not. I'm not in the right frame of mind. A lot of shit's happened to me, and over the last few weeks, few months, and I just can't kickstart. It took me a long time to get my last book, Loose Screws, ready. It was actually finished, but it needed to be worked upon, and that process can take ages because you've got to read it and decide what you want to change. And I had to do that like 9 times, I think, and I think there's still some typos in there. Somebody told me, um, so that's a bit of a bastard. Um, but I think once I get used to feeling the way I'm feeling now, which is like completely sober and kind of really pleased with myself. Once I get used to how I'm actually feeling now, feeling normal instead of fuzzy, I, once I get used to it, I think I'm just going to slip back into to working again. So it's not going to be it's not going to be a massive problem. I just need to get my head straight. At the moment, I've been struggling to daydream, and it is like I think I've said in one of my other videos, not the alcohol ones, but the going sober ones, but the ones about BPD and bipolar. At the moment, I'm really struggling to daydream, and daydream is the one tool that I use for um, creating work, and um, so I'm like when I shut my eyes to daydream, it's just like a fuzzy TV in front of me that's not it's slightly out of tune and everything. One of them old TVs we had to turn a knob to tune it in and that. Um, and I don't know what I can put that down to. At the moment, from a creative perspective, it's kind of crippling. Um, but I'm thinking, the mental health is such a complex thing, and if you've got a mental illness, that's very complex as well. And I think what's happened with me is my mind has just kind of worked out that if it allows me to daydream, then that means that all of these thoughts go all through my head, like, and um like bad things that happened and everything. That it's like it's putting a barrier up to saying no. Let's just keep your mind clear and everything. And I mean that's the thing. My mind is clear at the moment. It's I I really can't describe how I'm feeling. I can't describe because I've never felt like this before. I probably have when I was a kid, but I mean I feel I feel sober. I feel like it's as though I can't. It's as though there's sensations there which I never had before. Um, with the BPD, it's always been splitting black or white, and I'm kind of discovering this fuzziness where sometimes something isn't that way or that way. Sometimes it's just like in the middle. Um, and yeah, so I suppose I've got to get used to these new sensations, and just kind of embrace them and everything. I am looking forward for the lockdown to be over because I want to get moved out of this place. Um, I'm hoping they're still going to move me in one of the flats just around the corner because that'll be better than moving into the centre of Peterborough. Um, but yeah, I did say that I was gonna uh, do a video where I kind of showed how much alcohol I would drink on how much I was drinking before I stopped this time. Um, but it's just kind of slipped my mind completely. So what I'll do is tomorrow, um, I might do it then because I'm not going to go out tomorrow. I'm going to just chill out. I mean, I'm sweating like a scarcer in a job centre. I tell you, it's boiling. and I can't. It doesn't help this long fucking hair. I need to get myself a pair of excuse me, a set of trimmers and blaze it all off. Right. I don't think there's anything else I've really got to say on this other than I'm celebrating by having 7 Up free, and I'm feeling really good about myself, and that's the most important thing. Just feeling good and positive and confident that nothing is going to get in the way of this. If disappointments that I've experienced recently have not driven me to alcohol, then I genuinely don't think anything is going to. Okay, well, if I went to the doctors tomorrow and he said I got terminal cancer, then maybe that I'd probably want to drink after that. But yeah, I just feel really good. Feel really, really good. Could I recommend to everybody that if you're a heavy drinker, you should do it the way I've done it and just go cold turkey? No, no, um, because it could have resulted in me having seizures and everything, and because I live alone, you know, if I'd have had a seizure, there would have been nobody there to look after me or anything. So in a way, that's why people go into rehab to do it. But that's why Bronwyn said that probably it's best if I didn't just go cold turkey. But I've gone cold turkey. I've not had anything for seven days, and I feel pretty good. I don't feel very healthy in so much as I'm struggling to walk long distances, but that's because yeah, probably but like the last year or so, I've been massively abusing alcohol and put on a bit of weight and just got really out of shape. So I will start walking again. I don't know when I'm going to start doing that. I'll start just by walking around the village. Um, I mean, you know what? What I could do it tomorrow, couldn't I? I mean, it's not like I've got anything else to do. Um, so yeah, that's all I want to do, guys. Just check in and celebrate 7 days. 7 days. I might not. I might not do a video every single night on going sober because it's just got to get the same in it. Oh yeah, I'm really good, and everything. So I'll probably do it every Monday. I'll come on air and let you know how it's going. Let you know if I've actually desired a drink. And I think it was getting to the point as well where the first can of lager didn't taste that nice. And I, I suppose I wasn't enjoying the taste anymore. And I know people go, lager doesn't taste nice. It it doesn't taste like chocolate. I'll give you that. But you get used to the taste, and it does kind of taste nice to you. But no, I was starting not to like the taste. I was starting not to like waking up in the morning and being massively dehydrated and literally drinking, a dozen cans of Pepsi or something just to get fluids inside me. Um, because I mean that costs a bloody fortune as well doing that. Um, and yeah, just that whole feeling fuzzy throughout the day because I had too much to drink the night before. Um, I was starting not to enjoy it. I was starting not to enjoy feeling pissed. Um, I was starting to wonder what it would be like to be teetotal, and now I know what it's like to be teetotal, and I'm really pleased that I've um taken this step. Um, I I don't know what my mates think of it, but you know what? This is for me. I needed to do this for myself. I needed to get sober. I needed to because my health is really suffering. My mental health is really suffering. You shouldn't be drinking alcohol with the amount of medication that I'm taking. And it seems like the medication is working better, and I'm not just talking about the mental health stuff like the sertraline and the quetiapine. I mean, I'm talking about like the pregabalin, which I'm taking for nerve pain. Um, that 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 seems to be working better. So so all in all, it's really really good. Um, I've got a runny nose now. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else to say. How long have I been on? 25 minutes. Right. I always say I'm going to stop before 30 minutes, and I never do. So this time I'm going to stop because it is now almost 10:30. Anyway, look, if you've been tuning into the videos this last week, thank you. Um, it's not so much about the encouragement, which nobody gave me, by the way, on the videos, but it is about just sharing my experiences, whether that's with anybody or whether it's um, just just because it's quite cathartic to talk about it. It's all good. Anyway, look, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to sign off now, and I probably won't be on tomorrow night. I'll be on at some point during the week because I want to talk about how my mental health is bearing up and everything, and also I want to tell you how much I was actually drinking. So look out for those videos. I might do them all in one. And anyway, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.